It's arguably the best conference in college basketball with blue bloods like Duke and North Carolina. The college basketball season runs through the ACC. Here with more is play-by-play broadcaster Tom Wormy. Tom, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. We love having you. Football season obviously still going strong in the ACC with Florida State playing this weekend and hopefully trying to get in the playoffs. But basketball season is in full swing as well. How excited are you guys to bring basketball season to the CW after the success of football?
Yeah, I think we brought some great momentum from the football season. We had Florida State on second to last week. Unfortunately, their quarterback got hurt, but they went on to beat Florida, and now they've got a chance against Louisville in the ACC football championship game in Charlotte, North Carolina. And should they win that, they should be, I say should be, in the college football playoff for the Seminoles and head coach Mike Norvell. Turn the page to college basketball. And, you know, when you talk about the ACC, you certainly mentioned Duke and North Carolina at the very top, but the conference itself is incredibly deep. Don't forget Miami a season ago going to the Final Four. Virginia's 6-1. The Clemson Tigers under Brad Brownell are undefeated at 6-0. Yes, I understand it's very early in the season, but there have been some nice wins for the conference, and there's no team below 500 right now, all the way down to Notre Dame at 3-3, and they're part of our doubleheader. They're traveling to Miami on Saturday on the CW.
Clemson is interesting because they're led by upperclassmen, which you don't get a lot of anymore, especially in the ACC. So they've got a lot of that talent that's been around for a while, and they kind of know what to do, which has been fun to watch.
I think that's what you got to have in college basketball these days. You got to have some veteran leadership and some younger players as well, be it the portal or transfers. Or that's just the way things work in college basketball now. But Coach Brownell has kept together a nice core, and I think P.J. Hall and Chase Hunter lead the way as far as that group is concerned, and Coach Brownell's done a tremendous job with the program. But then you add in Joe Girard, and that's a veteran transfer player and one of the all-time best three-point shooters from Syracuse. And so he goes from Syracuse Orange to Tiger Orange, and it's worked out quite well so far as we get into conference play on Saturday.
You mentioned that doubleheader on Saturday. I think that's what makes ACC basketball so fun is whether it's Notre Dame towards the bottom playing Miami or Duke and Georgia Tech, you're going to get good games week in and week out.
The game that we have, our second game of the doubleheader, I referenced Notre Dame going on the road to take on Miami, which lost to Kentucky. First loss of the year for Miami. No big issue there. Get into conference play and start our doubleheader. And then the second game, the way it lines up for Duke and Georgia Tech right now, Duke coming off a tough loss on the road at Arkansas in the ACC-SEC Challenge, that new event this year. They've got Kyle Filipowski, who leads them in scoring, and they're the defending champs in the ACC. And John Shire has done great work with the program, taking over for Coach K. Damon Stoudemire is a first-year head coach at Georgia Tech, and they won their game against Mississippi State in that ACC-SEC Challenge, and that was a ranked Mississippi State team. So Georgia Tech defends the home court. It should be an incredible scene on Saturday in Atlanta when Duke comes to town, because we know anytime Duke travels, people want to see them. And all you got to do is turn on the TV and the CW, and you can see them on Saturday.
Tom, thank you so much for spending time with us. We look forward to checking in with you throughout the year as we get closer to March Madness. Take care, my friend.